Hello, this is Jeremiah with Drive to Repair here. We're going to install both a 3 and a 4 prong dryer cord so that you can see how that's done. There are a few little slight differences between the two. We're going to start with our 3 prong. What you will want to use is either a socket set with both a 1/4 inch nut bit or a 5/16 right here. That's usually the two sizes that you're going to have. So I'm actually going to use a multi-bit screwdriver here that comes with different nut driver sizes. So we're going to start with our 1/4 inch right here, and we're going to install our 3 prong dryer cord. So we take off that cover and you'll see you have 3 screws right here. This side is line 1, your neutral, line 2. So for a 3 prong dryer cord, you're just going to feed this in through our little hole. Then you want to take out these screws. You want to be careful as you take them out not to drop them down. Otherwise then you have to take off this whole back cover. But if you're careful, you can pull these guys out. This one's being a little stubborn. Now on your 3 prong dryer cord, the terminal ending that is in the middle is always going to be your neutral. So these are pretty easy to set up. As long as your middle line right here is in the middle, then you have one hot line here. Ideally you would want to have line 1 here, line 2 here, but practically that's not too big of an issue either way. So let me grab our screws here. So we're going to put in line 2 over here. If you're having trouble getting these screws in, it can help to go left a little bit, let it reseat, and then go back to the right. You do not want to force these screws in. They can double thread, and then you're going to deal with some problems trying to get a tight connection. Now when you install this, I come across a lot of dryers that somebody has not tightened these properly. And when they're not tightened properly, you will get little micro arcing, which causes a lot of extra heat and will burn off these terminals. And that's a fire risk, and it also shuts down your dryer. It's either not going to turn on or not heat or something like that. So you can see sometimes they're a little stubborn, but you just kind of work with it until it lines up and then you go in. That is the correct installation for a 3 prong dryer cord. So let's take this off, and we're going to go back and we're going to do our 4 prong dryer cord. So you can see it's not too hard, doesn't take too much time, but there is a proper way to do this. Let's get these all off. And you want to be careful, don't drop that down that hole. So we'll take that out. All right, so now our 4 prong, this is the one that's a little bit different. They separate the neutral and the ground on 4 prongs. And that's where this wire up here comes into play. So you're going to need your 5/16, and you're going to take off this white wire. Now on occasion you could have another 1/4 inch screw up there. Sometimes I've seen some green wires with yellow stripe, but this is your neutral here that you're going to want to keep with your other neutral. So neutral, your return line is going to be in the middle. This one is easier to run back behind. You don't run into it causing problems getting your others on. So you'll want this right there. That's going to match up with your other white wire. So over here where we just took off this white wire, you're going to put your ground. That is your green wire. So it's easiest just to go ahead and get that one out of the way. That one kind of stretches it out a little bit. So we're going to get that in there. Then what we're going to do is so typically your black is going to be line 1, your red is going to be line 2. So we're going to set this up in the ideal fashion here for you. Okay, so let me grab our screws. we're going to switch back over to our 1/4 inch and start with our red, which is our line 2. Remember, go to the left just a little bit, let it be able to grab in there smoothly. And it is important, as I said earlier, you want to get this snug. You don't want to force it too much, but a good little, after it gets tight, another little turn there to get it nice and snug. So then here is our neutral. We'll get both of those together. And it does not matter which one is on top or on bottom, they just touch each other and you get them kind of tight there. And then here is our line 1. Get that on there, and it's nice and snug. Now, it goes without saying this cord should not be plugged in before you do this repair. Check them, make sure they're all tight, and now you are good to go. That is how you install both a 3 and a 4 prong dryer cord. As always, we appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, your comments, and we'll look forward to bringing you some more quality content.